3 hard truths every couple learns too late in marriage. Marriage rarely breaks in one moment. It bends, it strains, it weakens slowly. And most couples don't realize what was missing until they are already exhausted. When people get married, they prepare for the wedding, they prepare for the photos, they prepare for the celebration. But very few prepare for the quiet realities that follow. The late-night misunderstandings, the silent expectations, the slow realization that love alone does not solve everything. No one walks into marriage planning to struggle. No one stands at the altar thinking, one day, this will feel heavy. But over time, something shifts. The butterflies fade, the assumptions surface, the habits you once ignored become patterns you can't escape. And that's when the lessons begin. Not the romantic lessons, not the inspirational quotes, the hard ones, the truths couples wish they understood before the vows, the realizations that come after arguments, after disappointment, after unmet expectations. At Marriage by Design, we don't just talk about getting married. We talk about staying married, wisely, intentionally, and aligned with God's design. Today, we're uncovering 3 hard truths every couple learns too late in marriage. These are not meant to discourage you. They are meant to prepare you, because wisdom before marriage prevents regret inside marriage. If you are single, this is insight. If you are dating, this is discernment. If you are married, this may be clarity. Either way, this is necessary. Let's begin with the first hard truth most couples only understand after the honeymoon phase ends. Before we continue, pause for a moment. If this message is speaking to you, if it's challenging you, preparing you, or helping you see your relationship differently, don't just watch quietly. Support the message. Take 2 seconds right now and like this video. When you like it, you help more people discover wisdom that could save their future marriage. And if you know someone who needs to hear this, a friend who's dating, a couple that's struggling, or someone preparing for marriage, share this video with them. You never know which conversation could change someone's future. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Marriage by Design. This channel is dedicated to building marriages intentionally, not emotionally, not accidentally, but wisely. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss the next lesson, the next truth, the next insight that could strengthen your relationship. Marriage doesn't thrive by chance. It thrives by design. Now, let's continue. 3 hard truths every couple learns too late in marriage. Hard truth number 1, love does not eliminate work. When couples first fall in love, everything feels effortless. Conversations flow, affection is natural, forgiveness is quick. It feels like you've found someone who just gets you. But here's the truth, most couples learn too late. Love creates connection. It does not replace effort. Imagine this. A couple marries after 2 beautiful years of dating. They rarely argued. They felt aligned. They believed love would carry them through anything. But after marriage, real life begins. Bills, schedules, in-laws, career pressure, fatigue. Suddenly, misunderstandings happen more often. Patience runs thinner. The same person who once felt effortless now feels complicated. And panic sets in. Why is this so hard? Did we marry the wrong person? No, you married a human being. Marriage reveals what dating hides: your habits, your immaturity, your communication gaps. Love is the foundation, but effort builds the house. Couples who survive understand something powerful. You don't fall into a strong marriage, you build it intentionally, daily, with communication, with humility, with discipline. And most couples only realize this after they've already grown frustrated. Hard truth number 2. Unspoken expectations destroy intimacy tone. Slightly more intense. No one enters marriage empty-handed. You carry expectations. How your spouse should speak. How often they should show affection. How money should be handled. How conflict should be resolved. The problem? Most expectations are never discussed. They're assumed. Picture this. A wife expects emotional vulnerability because that's how her father loved her mother. A husband expects independence because that's what he saw growing up. Neither is wrong, but neither explains their expectations. Months pass. She feels unheard. He feels controlled. They're arguing, but not about the real issue. They're arguing about unspoken expectations. And here's the painful part. You cannot meet an expectation that was never communicated. Silence breeds resentment. Resentment erodes intimacy. And intimacy, once damaged, takes time to restore. Healthy couples learn to say the uncomfortable things early. This is what I need. This is what I assumed. This is what I'm afraid of. But many couples only discover this truth after distance has already formed. Communication is not optional in marriage. It is oxygen. Without it, the relationship suffocates slowly. Hard truth number 3. You marry patterns, not potential tone. Firm, sober, direct. This is the one most people struggle to accept. During dating, you see potential. They'll grow out of that. They'll mature. Marriage will calm them down. But here's the reality. Marriage does not transform character. It exposes it. If someone avoids responsibility while dating, they won't suddenly embrace it after vows. If someone struggles with anger, marriage will not magically heal it. If someone lacks discipline, commitment will not create it. You don't marry who someone might become. You marry who they consistently are. Consider this scenario. A woman notices her fiancé dismisses feedback. He becomes defensive during simple disagreements. She tells herself, he'll change once we're settled. 5 years later, the same pattern remains, but now it affects finances, parenting, and emotional safety. Patterns unaddressed before marriage become pressure points inside marriage. Wise couples ask difficult questions early. Is this a habit or a one-time mistake? Is this growth or repeated behavior? Is this character or temporary emotion? Potential is attractive. Patterns are reality. And reality is what you live with daily. Now pause. If you're single, this is preparation. If you're dating, this is evaluation. If you're married, this is reflection. Marriage is not fragile, but it is honest. It reveals what you ignored. It magnifies what you tolerated. It strengthens what you nurtured. And these truths are not meant to discourage you. They are meant to equip you. Because couples who understand these lessons early don't avoid struggle. They navigate it wisely. The goal is not perfection. The goal is awareness. To know that love requires effort, that expectations require communication, that patterns require discernment. Learn the truths now, so you don't have to learn them painfully later. And that brings us to something even deeper. Let's close with what this means for your future. Marriage is not sustained by feelings. It is sustained by awareness. The awareness that love requires effort, that expectations require conversation, that patterns require discernment. Most couples don't fail because they lack love. They fail because they misunderstood what love demands. They believed chemistry would carry them. They assumed commitment would fix character. They hoped time would correct what they never confronted. But marriage is honest. It reveals what you avoided. It magnifies what you tolerated. It tests what you built. And yet, this is not a message of fear. It is a message of preparation. Because when you understand these truths early, you don't enter marriage blindly. You enter it intentionally. If you are single, this is your season to observe patterns. If you are dating, this is your season to ask hard questions. If you are married, this is your season to strengthen what matters most. A lasting marriage is not an accident. It is designed. Designed through humility. Designed through communication. Designed through growth. Designed through alignment with God's pattern. The goal is not just to have a wedding day. The goal is to build something that survives ordinary Tuesdays, difficult seasons, and unexpected storms. And that begins long before vows are spoken. Marriage by design, God's pattern. Real marriages